Yo guys, what is up? Max for Diablo 4 video, and today I've got a little bit of an update and to talk to you about some more mechanics of the Plague Shifter build, aka Poison Slide. Now, I showed the build guide yesterday with horrible gear. I didn't have the Aftershock aspect that was letting Landslide hit twice, and I didn't have the Barber Heart on that was letting us store our damage whenever we crit. And now I have both of those, and what you've seen from the intro and what we're doing right now and all the gameplay that's going to be playing during this video is the combination of those things, as well as one more change that I made to the build. And I kind of just want to explain the one little change that I made to the build and show off why it's working so well. So showing on screen is the description for the Barber Heart. Now, this heart is insane on any class. It is allowing basically any class that can crit to start pumping damage. It reads critical strikes and all subsequent damage within a duration of seconds. You're looking for a lower duration. You want this to hit and pop as quickly as possible, is absorbed by your target, then the absorbed damage erupts onto surrounding enemies. Stored damage is increased by 14% per second. So what this is allowing us to do, and I'm pretty sure that this is double dipping. I haven't done the full math yet, but what I mean by double dipping is it's storing our damage, and then if the enemy is still vulnerable, if they're still healthy, if they're still crowd controlled, we're getting that damage multiplier again, which is allowing us to nuke one-shot bosses. The damage is just absurd. However, the reason I wanted to make this video is because it's got a particularly weird interaction with our Plague Shifter build. So one issue with this heart on this build, and why it's not kind of super ideal, is because the explosion, or once we hit an enemy, we crit them, right? All damage after that is stored, meaning we're not getting damage hits. It doesn't display any numbers, which feels really weird. But because we're not doing any damage numbers, we're not getting any lucky hits, and the explosion from this heart can't lucky hit either. So what is the net result is that we're hitting enemies technically less, giving us less chance to proc our pack leader, our reset, because now that we've got the ability for our landslides to hit twice, the first crit around landslide can lucky hit and give us a reset, and the second one can't. So you would think that this would ultimately be worse for the build. However, the damage is just so insane that I wanted to see if I could make it work. And one of the ways that we're able to make it work a little bit better for this build is by actually swapping to Cataclysm as our ultimate. Now, Cataclysm versus Petrify is entirely situational. It depends on the content that you're running. Right now, I am just blasting Nightmare Dungeons, and I want to explain why this is so good. So first off, Cataclysm lasts for 19 seconds, meaning that we are going to be getting this distant enemies pulled constantly, which is grouping up enemies more efficiently, which is giving us a better chance of resetting our Poison Creeper, and it's making enemies vulnerable, so everything is constantly vulnerable, which is obviously really great for our damage. But more importantly, it is an 89% lucky hit chance at base, meaning if you get any lucky hit chance, this skill is going to be resetting Poison Creeper like crazy. So we've got this 20-second window where we're just spamming Poison Creeper, which feels really good. Petrify is a lot better for harder content. If you are squishy and you are pulling 20 enemies to you and they all start hitting you, you're going to die. Currently, I've got this build set up pretty tanky. We're not dying, so that's not an issue. And Petrify is way better for bossing. That 50% crit multiplier for 7.5 seconds. I'm using that. If you put that on and you do your full rotation for this build, you were just going to nuke a boss. But Petrify is situationally better for bosses, better for hard content, for just spamming Nightmare Dungeons and leveling as fast as possible. Cataclysm constantly resetting our Poison Creeper and also constantly giving us those pulls feels really, really nice. The other change to the build that we're going to be making now that we are using Cataclysm is we're going to be shifting over our points from Insidious Slam to Calm Before the Storm. The reason for that is before we didn't really just do many nature magic skills, but now we've got our Trample as our nature magic, we've got our basic attack as a nature magic skill, and now we've got an ultimate which has an 89% lucky hit chance for the chance to reset itself, which is just really nice. The more ultimates we have, the more we're going to be getting Poison Creeper back, getting that lucky hit resets. So yeah, I think that is definitely an upgrade for the build. Guys, that is going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys are enjoying the build. I've got some crazy feedback on it so far. The director of Diablo, or the GM of Diablo, Rod Ferguson, tweeted out that he's using the build. So things have been really, really cool. I will continue to update this build and keep you guys informed on how I'm doing on it. I plan to have another updated 2.0 version once I'm level 90, and we're starting to push really high nightmare dungeons with it. And I will also have some more Druid builds. But yeah, guys, that is it for the video. I will catch y'all in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.